Hi, I'm Rebecca Robeson. Welcome back to my channel this week. I am coming to you from downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma at the Hyatt Place Hotel. These guys have been so sweet and so kind to allow me to film my videos this week because I've evacuated my home due to the storms. So we're going to get started. Today's video is the beginning of a series of videos. I'm going to do a series called Top 10 Design Mistakes that you're to read in your own home. And each week I will tackle a different subject. So today the subject is area rugs. I think you're going to learn some really valuable things. And I have some actual followers here on YouTube that have submitted photos of their homes. I'm going to show you some of those today and then what I could do to fix it. Okay, but before we do that, I want you to see this view. I mean, Hyatt Place has been so great to let me come here and film. I mean, who would have thought that we had such a devastating storm only a few days ago? But we did, and we're making do. And here I am. All right, let's get started with today's video.
Sometimes in a really small space, I say, you know what, maybe get an area rug that sort of mimics the color of the floor so you don't see the definition. But I feel like this room is it's a good sized room and it lacks design and style. An area rug with some print to it that was large would just create a foundation for this whole retreat area and make it look so much better. Not to mention the fact that it's so thick. I think I once dropped, in fact I know I dropped the backing of an earring in here and I don't think I ever found it. I need to get one of those like dividing rods or those metal detectors that you use at the beach. It's like, I found it. That's what I'm hoping is going to happen. So far, not so much. All right, this is Thorsten's family room or living room, and I think it's a great room. I will give Thorsten a lot of credit because the window treatments go to the ceiling. He's got great rods, but that'll be a whole nother video on the topics of big mistakes people make. I love how he's repeated this material here, and it's on his floor, the parquet floor. But look at the area rug. That is tiny. This is essentially what's happening here is Thorsten has created an area rug just for his coffee table. I think a great way to express what I'm trying to say is when I see an area rug, I feel like it's almost like an island. And you're either on the island or you're off the island. And if your furniture just barely fits on that island, it's an uncomfortable feeling. You feel like, okay, like I need to be standing on that. Where this pop out stops, that's where that should go across. It should come down here, all the way down here and across here so that all the legs are on the furniture. It would make a huge difference. And just a little freebie here, Thorsten, this coffee table, I think you should turn it the opposite direction because it looks like you have two seats here and one here. So it is a narrower spacing here, wider. If you arrange that the opposite direction, I think it will look better and flow better. All right, this is Ken's place. It's really a cool looking room. He's got looks like maybe it's a leather sectional here. You see the area rug? I'm not as excited about the color of this with this very buttery color here. Maybe there are some of the yellowy tones in here, but that would have been ideal to not be just so completely different. You would look at this and you'd think, well, that's a big enough area rug, isn't it? This part over here looks great. That's awesome. Here's the next picture though. Now you can see how the rug stops halfway through the sofa and does not come out. Imagine if this rug came down here, went up across like this, and then back over, it would feel far more substantial. It would anchor the space. He could actually probably go off of this line if he wanted to, so that he's got a clear walking space, and it would just anchor the room and make it look so much better. Another mistake people make when it comes to area rugs is not allowing enough walkway space. So when you're walking down a hallway, you're 1 foot on the wood, 1 foot on the rug, 1 foot on the wood, 1 foot on the rug. It's an uncomfortable walking experience. So there is an art to getting it just right. All right, this is Francesca's living room. It looks to me like could be a family room. It's a beautiful room, beautiful fireplace. It's got great bones, a nice sectional. These look like really nice chairs. They're tufted, but there's two problems. One, do you see how this is an island? She's got everything on the rug. However, everything looks so squashed in there because she's trying to get it on the rug. You know what I mean? First off, I would turn this way so it's a longer one, or at least maybe a square, but this rug could come over at least halfway, let's say 3 more planks of wood, and come down here and across and a little further out that direction, and that would be a beautiful island that everyone can get on and not feel cramped. This is actually a nice color palette. She's brought in this little poof in the leather. She's got touches of these colors in here. So this area rug is, as far as texture and color and style, I think this works just fine. It just needed to be bigger, Francesca. Mina. All right, this is Mina's home, and it's also very lovely. Looks like she has a pair of sofas here and a third sofa here. There are other things in this room that I would talk to her about, but I thought this was interesting. Again, she has the rug sitting literally inside. Do you see this? The leg right here, barely off of the rug, and I believe that's the case all the way around. It is typical for people to do this, but I'm telling you right now, Mina, if you made this rug large where it came back down this way and came across here, you also have an issue of 2 different rugs. Some people like that. I feel like it's not my favorite. I think the wood is cool. If it were me, I would put a very large rug here, and I might omit having a rug under this table just to mitigate the problem of 2 rugs in the same room that are very different, even though there is a color connection. But that is a personal matter of taste. And remember, any of you who do this in your homes, take a picture of what it looks like now and send me a picture of what it looks like afterwards, because I love to see what you're doing to make your home beautiful. This is Lisa's home. It's a lovely home, but, and look, her window treatments are great. She's got them up pretty close to the top of the wall, which is what we always encourage you to do. I love the floor. I think, it's hard when you have an angled fireplace, but do you see something missing? There is no area rug here, and I feel like that is what is missing from this room. It needs that to ground it. This is also 3 very different random chairs, and I'm guessing the TV's in here. So I don't know, ships that pass in the night that watch TV. Just doesn't look as comfortable as what I think this room could look, but by and large, anchoring the room with a good size area rug, you're gonna always have a problem with a corner fireplace, but an area rug would do so much for this room. Do you see this island? I can tell you a couple of things. First off, it has relegated the dining area to be a very tiny part of this room. Imagine if this rug came across at least to that point, came down here and here. It needs to come more this direction as well. And here's why. Have you ever sat at a dining table and you pull your chair out and the back legs go off the rug? Well, that's what happens every time someone sits at this table. The only way all the legs are on the rug is because they're all pushed in. Once this is used, very uncomfortable to scoot your chair in and out. So creating a much larger base of an area rug would make such a difference. And by the way, I should do a video on dining room table placement. Do you see this chandelier? And do you see this line going down? I'm pretty sure this table is not centered on that light fixture. If you can do that, Vianne, I think you're gonna like this a lot better. Just move it over. First off, you need to get in and out of that side of the table, so that's gonna be pretty rough. Bigger rug and move your table over. The right area rug can actually create a color palette for you. Sometimes I say I like to decorate or design around a piece of art. Also area rugs, because they create a color palette. So you can be inspired by a rug to do an entire room. And for my final submission that I used for area rugs is Peppa. Her living room or family room, I'm not sure which room this is. She also has the challenge. Honestly, I should do a video on what do you do when you have a corner fireplace. It is so tough to know how to arrange furniture around that. But I think this looks good, what she has. This chandelier is a little high to the ceiling, but here's what we got. We've got these nesting tables, round ones. But do you see what I see? Yeah. Tiny area rug. Look, this is the island, and the only thing that can fit on the island are the coffee tables. Start your rug out here, come across this way and down this way, and you will increase the look and the feel of the size of your room. You're not moving any walls, but you're gonna think you did by the time you finish. And by the way, this could probably drop down a little bit lower because you do have a coffee table underneath of it. No one's gonna hit their head on it. And it would look better if it was just part of the room, okay? Wardrobe change. I'm back today. I actually came back to Hyatt Place because I got this idea. I thought, you know, here I am doing a video about area rugs, and this little setup that we did here at Hyatt Place has no area rugs. And thought occurred to me, oh my gosh, the best way to get my point across to you guys would be actually go out and get some area rugs and show you the difference of what this room looks like based on the size of the rug. I went to Amati Rugs yesterday on 81st and Sheridan. They were amazing, and I want to give them a special shout out and a thank you, because you know what? They actually not only let me borrow 3 rugs, but they sent their guys in to help switch them out so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. I think that's honestly the best way to get my point across. The first rug we're gonna bring in is actually a 5 by 8. It's what most people buy because well, for one thing, they think it's the right size, but it's also the least expensive. And let's put that in here, and let's put the, we got that in the center, yeah, coffee table in. This is what most of you have. You have a rug that sits in front of your sofa. The legs are not on the rug at all, but it's created an island. Now this isn't bad, it really isn't, but honestly, this space could look so much better and so much bigger if we put a larger, more stately rug underneath. So now the guys are gonna help me. We're gonna move it out and we're gonna put in a 10 by 14. I've lost some weight, but probably not enough. Okay. Oh, that was fun. Okay, are the back legs on?
Yes.
Oh, good. Hello, have I made my point? By adding 5 feet this way and 6 feet this way, do you see the difference? This looks full and rich, and as you walk around this way, you're gonna see that every leg is indeed on the area rug, and yet there's still space for a person to feel like they can walk in, and it's yummy, it's roomy, it feels full and luxurious. I mean, who doesn't want a luxurious rug, right? But wait, there's more. I have a 3rd rug. Now, if you really want to go like super luxurious, and maybe you have more furniture, maybe you have a bench over here, maybe you have a dining table, and you want it all to be on one rug, you really want to see how great it can look? Okay, The next size we have is a 10 by 17, is that right? 12 by 15 is the next size. Let's see what that does for us. You wanna check it out? Let's do it. All right, here we have a 12 by 15. It's 1 foot wider this way, which gives me a little bit more room. If you've got a room big enough, I mean, I think it looks great. Have I made my point? That the larger the area rug, the more luxurious and grounded your room will look. It'll make your room look and feel bigger, and certainly much more beautiful. I want to thank Amati's Persian Rugs one more time. These guys have been so helpful today, and they did it all for you. I mean, these are all going back. I don't really want them to. I wish I had a place for them in my house. Maybe you have a place for them in your house. If you do, there'll be a link in the description box below. Get a hold of Amati, and I promise you, you're gonna love their rugs. All right, you guys, now this is officially a wrap. If you saw this today and you think, oh, I wish I'd have sent her pictures of my stuff, maybe you will be selected for a future video. You need to do it soon because I'm making all 10 of these videos within the next like 5 weeks. So get back to me on that. And I want to thank all the people who sent in photos, who allowed me. I didn't use your last names, just your first name. But I hope that my suggestions are helpful to you. I hope I didn't hurt anyone's feelings. But I hope that it was kind of, you know, constructive criticism. And I know it can make a difference if you just do it.